We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey Star Wars fans and action figure collectors, welcome back to another review. Going with a vehicle deluxe set today. We're looking at the speeder bike and scout trooper and Grogu from The Mandalorian. Myers here in Australia have recently just dropped these down. I've been holding off on these speeder bike sets for a while. I still don't have the Return of the Jedi set. They were retailing for $95. This one was retailing for $90. As you can see, the price tag on the back there. 90 Australian dollars. It's a big price to pay, and I wasn't going to pay it, so I'm glad I waited. Myers have just dropped these down 40%, so it ended up being about 53 bucks or something like that. So I decided to jump on it. I may go back and grab it a second. Maya only have this version, so this is the version we'll be looking at. And yeah, I might just wait out on the Return of the Jedi standard speeder bike. I'd like to get a couple of those, but happy to just snag this one for now. Like I said, would like to get another one, so I've got both those Scout Trooper goofballs that are sitting there taking pot shots at the rubbish and missing, but looking pretty good. Take a look at the carded figure inside before we open it up and have a look. So let me grab the figure out. All right, folks, here is the figure. It is number VC289, which I'll be honest, for the carded collectors is great because it comes unpunched, which is really, really good. I'd probably be a little bit bummed if I was a carded collector, having to buy a box set like this just to get the carded figure. It would have been nice to see this released individually, but who knows, we may see that again in the future. But really liking the look of the figure on the card. I love that orange, it looks good. Nice look at the figure there. We'll definitely be cracking him open shortly. Like I said, VC289, some other figures in the wave there. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump behind the camera and open up and take a look at the figure and the speeder bike.
Before I start, if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. This is the way.
So I've decided just to bust it open right here. So we do get the little language slip thing that goes in the bin. A little instruction leaflet, speeder bike and scout trooper and Grogu. Tells you he sits on the bike. Yes, he does. So you get a few bits and pieces, nice sort of variations of the stand, much like they did with some of the versions of the Black Series, which is cool. So you get different heights, which is nice for your shelf. And here we have the stand. Instead, you sit down various different ways, 3 different ways. Get the cardboard out of the way. Let's grab a look at the speeder bike. It's looking pretty nice. I like the look of it. The last speeder bike I got, the newest speeder bike I have was the Toys R Us 2013 or 12 Toys R Us exclusive with the Scout Trooper. But this one's looking pretty nice. It's nice little weathering and details and stuff. So that backpack does come off, which is nice. That's cool. Couple of nice peg holes. We've got sort of the drive fins there, the steering fins. They look good. And the sort of steering vanes at the front there. Nice sort of weathering on them. Nice, white bike. Looks a little bit scuffed and dirty. I'm just going to pop it on. Stand there. It's a nice, snug, tight fit. So that looks good. I like the look of it. It's going to look good on the Mandoverse shelf. Like I said, if I could get another one, I would probably just have the bikes sort of parked like this and sort of have them sitting sitting lent up against the side of their bikes. I reckon that'll look sweet. So without further ado, let's take a look at the figure. I'm just going to crack him open. I like to keep the cards. It's something I've done for a very long time. So when it comes to a nice sort of unpunched card, it's like the recent Vader and Obi-Wan, I like to try and keep the cards intact as nice as possible. I'm not so precious about it, but it is nice to, you know, go back later in later years and take a look at all of them. There's a little bag. Let's put a little score there. Get his blaster out. There we have it, guys. It's looking pretty nice. I believe this is mostly new. We'll have to compare it. But the Biker Scout that came out in 2014, which was a repack, you know, that was definitely had the oh, this one has the ability. It looks new to me because I don't think the other one had that sort of similar joint. Again, I'll have to go and take a look at it to get him on the speeder bike and, you know, leaning forward, looking forward like that. That's awesome. But yeah, the last time they did it, they didn't paint the shoulder joints there white, so they were black, and that was a little bit annoying. Okay, so you got the nice sort of hip joint there, so you're not going to have any issues getting him straddling the bike. So the articulation looks pretty solid. Again, that sort of double barbell joint in there. It allows for a lot of movement in the head. There's a ball hinge in the shoulders there. Hinge in the elbows. There's a swivel at the forearm. There is a joint in the torso there. Got a hinge in the thighs. So this makes me think this is actually just a complete redo of the older figure. I'm going to have a look afterwards, but I'm just going to review this for what it is without doing any comparisons. Let's have a look at the date stamp on it, actually. There's no year. No year on the feet there. So I'm not sure. I'm interested. I'm interested to have a look at the other one when I get a moment. The blaster will fit down there in his little pouch on his boot. But I don't know. I think he looks really good. I like the weathering, sort of that remnant looking stormtrooper there on Navarro. They're filthy. Let's take a look at the backpack here. So it's nicely molded, little clips and stuff on there. You just see a little Grogu in there. That's nicely done. Pop that over his head there. So yeah, for the purposes of this figure, he will be rocking it. There we go, I already lost a hand. It's not broken, it's fine, it's all good. Everything's fine here. How are you? So it's looking pretty good. I like him a lot. He looks good. I'm just going to try and sort of pre-pose him up a little bit before I get him on the bike. Let's get a bit of that sort of biker stance happening. Yeah, I will tweak it a little bit more once I'm off camera, ready to put him on the shelf. It sits in there reasonably nicely. It's just getting those legs in the right spot. I'd like to get him sort of leaning forward a little bit more. Yeah, not perfect for the moment, but I reckon it looks pretty good. I'll get him seated a little bit better afterwards. But for the purposes of the video and taking a look at the figure and the vehicle, I'm pretty happy. I'm glad I waited for it to be marked down. Definitely not marked down as much as they were in the United States. I saw posts of people buying them for like $8, $11, $14. Like, that's just insane. But to get it down from 90 here in Australia, it's a pretty good buy. So yeah, if you're in Australia, get on down to Maya. Check out on the website, make sure your local store has them in stock, or you can buy them online. That's probably just as easy. If you buy a couple, I think you get free postage. Free postage over $100. So if you get a couple, you can get free delivery. But I'm glad I picked this one up. A nice addition. It's pretty cool. So appreciate you all checking it out with me. Let's see if it does pull apart like the other ones. Yeah, it does. So you can get a couple of bits and pieces. The engine comes up. So that's cool. Some very similar features to the old ones. But that's cool, I like that. So that little bit's popped out the side. All good. Again, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do appreciate your time. I'm going to go muck around with this guy for a little while, so we can get him in some cool poses. Work out where I'm going to put him on the shelf. But yeah, thanks for checking it out, and yeah, I'll be back with some more videos very soon. Stay tuned, and we'll catch up with you then. May the Force be with you, always.